Hello everybody, and welcome back for more Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. In the last episode, we're pretty much done with Pterodactyl Land for now. We also defeated Terry, and of course got his eggs back, of course. But, you know, that was after just throwing our own eggs at him. In this episode, as per usual, we got some more backtracking we gotta do. First we're gonna do, though, is that, you know, since we're done with this prehistoric-themed setting that was Pterodactyl Land, we're gonna go back into Wumbo's Wigwam because we're gonna go ahead and change Kazooie back to a regular bird form. Because, you know, like I said, that was only just for aesthetics and all that for the world setting. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna head back over to the Wooded Hollow, and the reason for that is because now that Kazooie has a hatching ability, there's actually one more egg in Heggy's egg shed. Now, technically, since I already did so in my main file, you know, since playing this game again on the NSO. Then I don't technically have to do that though, but I figured I'd just go ahead and show it off anyway, just so that way there you guys know for this one nice little detail that there is. So we're gonna do first. There's the split pads that are right here under this egg crack right here, or just the egg piece or a piece of the eggshell or whatever. And then we're gonna go over there as Kazooie, and then there's that last egg over there. So let's go and hatch that one here. It's the very last. You know, stop and swap mystery egg, even though it's technically not quite stop and swap though, because that was taken out of this version here. And then there we go. In this feature here, special Heggy Egg award Jinjo as multiplayer character. Who is Jinjo? You don't even know. I guess you don't go out much, do you? But yes. So one thing that I don't think I've ever mentioned this in for this Let's Play, but Banjo-Tooie actually does have a multiplayer mode. So or basically like, you know, multiplayer campaign where basically, you know, just bring your friends over, and then there's some matches that you do, like, you know, but most of them are like those or the FPS modes, you know, those mazes, where, you know, you have the Regal Blaster. So it's basically like, you know, some kind of a death match that you do with the in the multiplayer modes, just in those ones, and also you get to play play in some mini games as well. Where, you know, in some of the mini-games where you actually play as different other kind of characters for your opponents. And there are different characters you actually get to play as, well, mainly in the FPS modes. So the characters you play as, there's, of course, Banjo-Kazooie, obviously. And then you also get to play as Mumbo, Jam Jars, and also Gruntilda. Yeah, you even play as Gruntilda. And then Jinjo is actually the unlockable multiplayer character, so... So what you do is after you hatch the egg, then the Jinjo will actually be immediately unlocked for you to play as in the multiplayer mode. So yeah, if you want to get unlock Jinjo, then, you know, or unlock the Jinjo, that's what you do. And this only applies if you like, you know, after the game's basically been factory reset, and you play the game for the first time, then of course you just have to unlock the Jinjo, but only after you do so for that kind of file. Then anything else though, then, you know, Jinjo's always gonna be well, it's always gonna be unlocked no matter what though. So, but I figured I'd show it off anyway, even though I have technically already unlocked the Jinjo character for multiplayer. But, you know, and also one thing about it is that in the NSO version, it actually does have the option for online multiplayer. I think so, from what I've read before. That there was a feature where you're actually able to connect to the internet, and then and you just do the multiplayer online, which is actually kind of cool, honestly. All right, so I went back to Glare Gulch Mine because once you have the Springy Step Shoes ability unlocked, then they just put those on. There's that Jiggy behind that waterfall there, and that was the very last Jiggy in Glare Gulch Mine, and so therefore Glare Gulch Mine is now complete. So yep, we're officially done with this level now. So and yeah, going back to the multiplayer bit here, I think this also applies to the Xbox Live Arcade, where, well, actually, I think that was back when those Xbox 360s were, well, they had the internet option on, but yeah, I think you do online multiplayer there, though, but I could be wrong, so. Anyway, so we're back in Witchy World, and so now that we have the taxi pack ability for Banjo, let's go and find those kits here, and we step on the burger switch right here.
I'll just pop it back on the grill, and the punters will never know. Oh, I've been rumbled.
Alright, so what we're doing here is that we're actually opening up these food stands. So the first one we have is Big Al's Burgers. And one thing I gotta say though, you know, in addition to rather poor customer service here, their food is also unsanitary. So, yeah, let's go order some burgers.
Fancy a burger? Big Al sells the tastiest burgers in Witchy World.
How on earth did you get a job in catering?
Well, I'm not sure really. I used to clean out the toilets.
I've lost my appetite all of a sudden. Damn, Banjo. Not that I blame him, though.
Go on, give him a try. I've got a few left. Do you want them?
Yep, sure. And he's coughing out his burger, gross. Give me some burgers, Al.
Okay, kid. Burger's coming right up. You want fries with that? Oh, yes, please. Well, too bad. Burgers is all I got. Go see Salty Joe.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't even have fries, though. I mean, there's a fries stand anyway.
What? I've got no more burgers left. Better root around for some more.
I think there's one just under your left foot.
Where? I can't see it.
Okay, yeah, see, this is what I mean about unsanitary foods. You know, coughing out his burger and all that, gross. That, like, these food stands are in serious need of health inspection. But, no, nobody gives a shit here. Oh, man, Grazi said, I thought he blew that up earlier. Oh, now I get back here. But I figured I'd just go ahead and see what the fortune is, because I want to see about that special fortune here. But nope, I still got extra eggs here. And also it's closed for refurbishment, so... yeah, like, apparently, these places are so unsanitary, though, that, you know, it makes McDonald's or Burger King look like gourmet restaurants, or 5-star restaurants, rather. Alright, so here's the fries stand, so let's open the switch right behind here. Ah, sheesh. Someone found the switch. I hate customers. Always wanting things. Ah, dude, story of our fucking lives, bro. This guy is my spirit animal, especially working in retail. Hurry up and order, weirdos. I'm a busy guy. So I see. We have to fight our way through this crowd of customers you have. Quite the comedian, huh? Now, how about some of Salty Joe's limp, salty fries? Yeah, sure. Well, I'll take your fries. Give me some fries, Joe. Yeah, fries coming right up. Have a nice day, I guess.
I knew he would say that.
Yep, me too. Alright, yep, give me the fries here. I'd better start frying up some more, because I'm all out. Yes, you'd better prepare for the impending rush. Why, you cheeky? But yeah, I gotta say though, like, you know, saying they hate customers, like, you know, because, I mean, back then, I mean, on one hand, it kind of does seem like poor customer service, though. But on the other hand, especially for a lot of us working in retail, you totally relate to this guy. You know, the older I get, you know, being an adult now and having worked in retail, this guy's my spirit animal. He really is. He knows. We all know. We all had these types of customers in our days, and you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. You know, feel free to tell me your kind of retail stories or retail nightmare stories. If you know, if you worked in retail, you know, just feel free to post in the comments. Just tell me all your stories. I would love to hear about it. So, anyway, so what we're doing, yeah, we're basically gonna round up the Boggy Kids here. This fair is so much fun. I'm not going back to Mother, and there's nothing you can do to make me. Alright, yeah, you Bart Simpson wannabe. Here you go. Ow, what did you do that for, mister? I'm out to find my mom, and she'll tell my dad. Alright, so that's one down right here. Thanks for finding the little scamp for me. There's still another 2 to find, though. Alright, so, yeah, we actually saw earlier about Mrs. Boggy's predicament is that, you know, basically she's waiting for her kids to come back. So, we're going to go ahead and do the side quest right now. And the reason why I'm waiting here now is because we need Banjo's taxi pack ability. So, we have it now, and that's actually for a reason, though. So, yeah, the first Boggy Kid is basically that, you know, he's a bratty little piece of shit who doesn't want to leave the park at all. So, you basically have to teach him a nice little lesson about discipline the hard way. And that's what you do, just, you know, just hit him that way there, and then he'll just go run off crying over to his mom and all that. But, you know, I mean, it's little shits like them that, you know, that just get way too spoiled. Now, the next one, this little girl, this is Soggy. I didn't mention the other ones. I think the other one's Moggy? Yeah, Moggy. This is Soggy here. Wow, you've got fries. Can I have some? Can I? Will you give me some food? Alright, so yeah, this girl here, she wants fries, though, so make sure to give her the fries right here. Thanks, mister. I'll go and see if Mom is ready to leave. So yeah, basically, yeah, just one needs to be hit, and then the other 2 will just need burgers and fries respectively. So, so this one here will be, we'll just have the fries. So, So basically, like, if you remember the Boggy Kids, like, they also appeared in Banjo-Kazooie, and they actually did have names, though, but, you know, they only had, like, the very same kind of character models and, you know, kind of generic ones, so. Banjo-Tooie actually did give them their own kind of unique designs, though, to actually be able to tell them more apart, though. But they still have the same names, though. So, yeah, the bratty kid is Moggy, the girl's name is Soggy, and then the fat one is Groggy. And so, speaking of the fat Boggy kid, he is right over there. And also, their locations are always randomized, though, so I'll put up a list to see which location there are. Thank goodness you came. I'm really hungry. You look like you've had plenty already. No way. I just need a burger before I go find my mom. Ooh, you've got some burgers. Please, 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 can I have one? Will you give me some food? Yep, here you go. You're seriously bloated here. Like, you don't need any more burgers. It's unhealthy. Yummy. Are you okay? You're looking rather bloated there. My tummy hurts. Please carry me back to Mom. I can't stand up. I'm not surprised. Damn, Banjo. Well, normally it would have been Kazooie saying this, though, but some of the dialogue kind of gets recycled, even when playing as Banjo, so, I don't know. It's because of a rush development, though, so it could be justified. Yeah, I really do like the humor and writing of all this here, because, you know, especially with Kazooie snarking at the customers, even though they're the only ones. Also, yeah, it has to be context-sensitive, because for some reason, even though I'm right close to the mother, then, you know, it's not that one doesn't count, though, so you have to be close enough to bring him out, and then there we go. What did I tell you about not running off? I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry isn't good enough, young man. You've been eating again, haven't you? Well, you'd still better want your dinner, then. It was that strange bear, Mom. He made me eat this burger. Don't drag me into this. Enough of your lies. And look at this. Child abuse. Discipline. God damn. Is that person made of iron? Well, I think we've all had enough excitement today. Time to go back home to Hellfire Peaks. Boggy will be wondering where we've gone to. He better have the dinner in the oven. Bye then. Thanks again, Banjo. Take this Jiggy I found in the ticket office earlier. I'm not really that good with those kind of accents, so sorry about that. Also, check out those jiggle physics. Oh, jiggle physics. Yeah, pretty wild. Pretty wild jiggle physics. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab that Jiggy for us right there. And so with that was the last Jiggy for Witchy Roll, and so Witchy Roll is also done. And so, actually, since we have 45 Jiggies, though, then I think we did reach about, like, halfway there. So we're gonna go ahead and, let's go back over there and bring Kazooie. So, yeah, that was the reason why you need the taxi pack, because you need to bring Groggy over to, well, just have Banjo to stuff into the backpack. And, you know, he's also big and also very much of a fat ass, and somehow he's still able to fit in Banjo's backpack. Because, like I said, apparently Banjo's backpack has, like, hyperspace or something like that. So, it's weird. So, and, I mean, and Banjo's able to carry him just fine, though, like, without any struggling issues or anything. So, I don't know, logic or something like that. But with that, we are officially done with Witchy World now, so let's go ahead and leave, and then... Hey, can't you read for a bag? All food must be consumed in the theme park. That's not fair. Of course it's not fair. But try and leave with that stuff you've got, and I'll take it off you. All right, so apparently theme park policies is that all the food that's been purchased or well, we haven't really purchased them though because they don't require money, but yeah, any of the food that's been brought over apparently they have to be eaten within the theme park premises. So yeah, if you actually try to leave even when you have the food there, then the Bratty will actually literally confiscate your food. So yeah, you're just on the counter how it was just brought down to 0. So yeah. Then again though, you only use the burgers and fries for giving them to other characters though, but like, you know, but that's about it though, because like Banjo-Kazooie don't really eat those, and you know they better not though, because they are very much unhealthy though, and you know going back to with a Boggy Kid or with a Groggy, being all fat and all that, and apparently eating a lot. And, just having him eat a burger there, that's like, somehow, like I said, worse than McDonald's or Burger King. Yeah. And, that's just unhealthy, like, also completely unsanitary, so. Alright, so with that, so we're back in, we're back in Jolly Roger's Lagoon, and then one more thing we're going to do in there is that, with Kazooie's hatching ability, We see that Tip-Tip here has his long overdue son, and well, we have to hatch it. Still no sign of him hatching. I'm getting more worried by the minute. How do you know it's a him? It had better be. I've already got 19 girls. Oh, wow, damn, 19 girls? Man. Alright, so anyway here, let's go ahead and hatch right here. Yeah, because I don't know, maybe the turtle must be unhealthy or something, if it's, you know, been staying in the lake for so long and it should have already hatched by now, but you know, now he's hatching. Oh, and he's flipped over. Thank you so much. Wait, something looks odd. Oh no, he's upside down. You mean he's tipped up? Nah, that's not funny. Please help him. Yeah, time to play Kazooie. Alright, so let's give him a little nice pat on the wing right here. Oh, that's much better. I found this buried in the sand. It's yours. Now come along, son. I'll take you to meet all your sisters. And more slow dialogue. I'm still reading it off, apparently. But it's actually kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of cute, you know, just hatching the little tip-top egg and then just going to see his dad and also his sisters. So yeah, it's a cute little scene. All right, so that's the next Jiggy done. 50 Jiggies in this game. That's right, folks. 50 Jiggies. Yeah, not much farther to go. I mean, we're just, you know, just over the halfway mark. So, you know, since there's like a total of 90 Jiggies to collect, and, you know, that's what we're going to do. But yes, sir, we're doing pretty good here, folks. And so I believe there should be one more thing that we just got to do, though. So I'm going to, you know, just reunite those two right here. Well, I mean, well, actually, that's pretty much all there is for the backtracking aspects that we got to do. So, so yeah, all that's done over with. So I would say, you know, next up is going to be just unlocking the next level. And the next level, man, that's going to be a lot of fun for that, though. And as a matter of fact, I actually did record some footage for the next level, and I just spent a lot of time in it, though, and that's probably what I might as well do, though, because of how large and complex the level is. You guys know what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. So there's actually one last area in the Isle of Hags that we're going to go and have access to, and that's actually where, it's actually where the next level is, though, and spoiler warning, it's also where the final level is, but we're not going to go there yet because we're just nowhere near that kind of territory just yet here. So let's take those springy step shoes right over in that corner here. And just head right up. And, you know, basically still following the tracks here. And then there we go. And so this is the last area here. This is Isle of Hags Quagmire.
Who else but Quagmire?
He's Quagmire, Quagmire. You never really know what he's gonna do next. He's Quagmire, Quagmire.
Giggity, 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 let's have sex.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, it looks kind of like an industrial waste or something like that, and that's kind of what the whole theming of the next level is, you know, kind of, you know, being industrial waste here, so, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much all there is, you know, it's every single area of the Isle of Hags, so that's, you know, access all of them. And this next one is, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Grunty Industries. Right now there's no entry, though, but we're going to head over to Jiggy Wee's Temple to do his next challenge, to get this to unlock. Oh, man. I am dreading this one already there. I am. You know, more on that once we actually do get to the level, though. But, yeah. It one actually requires 28 Jiggies. So, yeah, it's like, you know, a very little number here. We got, like, this many Jiggies this far. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this done and over with. And, yeah, once again, just like with Pterodactyl Land, this one, well, maybe not too bad, though. But, you know, because of all the textures and the same coloration that there is here. Sorry if I keep on having those hiccups. I just had lunch, so yeah, because of all these colorations here, and yeah, it's kind of getting to where that it's a little hard to actually try to figure out where the pieces go. So yeah, I know things are a little challenging, and also with more Jiggy pieces, you have to you have to go and place over. And yeah, I kept on screwing up here because of that, though, because it was hard to tell where the puzzles go. So decided to figure out where it is, and I just keep getting the wrong spot. But yeah, as you go along more with these challenges here, then it actually does get a little challenging, and all that there. But there we go, and then that's all there is. And usually, what I do is that whenever I do these challenges, like those puzzle challenges, and I do the same with Banjo-Kazooie, where it had bottles bonus challenges in Banjo's house. Where I always start with the corner pieces, and then over to the side pieces, And then I take care of the center, though. So that's usually, like, you know, one kind of great strategy for doing those puzzle challenges. So yeah, that's one to keep in mind, though, if you want to get through those. Alright, so now this challenge is done and over with, and so this next level shall be unlocked, Grunty Industries. Oh, man. Also, yes, by the way, folks, we actually did see that, you know, that Jinjo that was blue beforehand, and then went back to green, because, yes, you guys are right, that wasn't yet another Minjo, and that was also the reason why I just didn't really go over there and pick it up, because, you know, it was just yet another Minjo. But yeah, now Grunty Industries is open up, though, and, oh boy, we're gonna have such a good time with that goddamn place. We really are. So, I guess we'll get ourselves prepared for this, though, but yeah, it's gonna be in the next episode when we actually officially start the whole level, and oh man, yeah, so much fun here, folks. We really are. So let's head back over to where the entrance is, and I'll just go ahead and end things off here, and you know, and just basically get ready for it. So, alrighty, folks. Well, I think I'll go ahead and just end this off here. So then, Grunty Industries is now open to us. We'll have to be ready for this. We got so much work to do here. So, next time on Let's Play Banjo-Tooie, we're going to enter the next level, Grunty Industries, and, oh boy. All those collectibles we gotta get. So much of the stuff we gotta do, all this back and forth we gotta do. Oh, God. I will see you guys next time.
Who else but Quagmire?
He's Quagmire, Quagmire.
Giggity, giggity, goo.